Hello guys, my name is Kadiri. Welcome to my YouTube channel. On this video, I'm going to show you how to use the Shotcut video editor. The Shotcut video editor is a free and open source app that you can use to put together video projects on your computer. It is the app that I personally use for editing my videos that I upload on this channel. It is a very powerful software and it's totally free and easy to use. So right now, I'm going to walk you through on how to use the video editor. So before we get right into that, I'm going to show you how to get it on your computer. So to do that, you're going to head over to your browser and then on the search feed, you're going to search for shotcut.org. So when the site is open, this is what you're going to see. So to download the software on your computer, you can go ahead and hit on this click to download button right here. So when you do that, it's going to bring you to this new page right here. So down here, you can click on this Windows installer button to go ahead and download it on your computer. You can actually download this software on your Windows computer, Mac OS or Linux. So after downloading and installing the software on your computer, when you open it, you're going to see something like this. So first of all, I'm going to show you how to create or start a new project. So right here at the top, we have the project folder. So when you hit on this project folder, you get to choose a location where you want your project to be saved. So right here, I'm going to leave it on the default. That's okay. Down here, you get to choose a project name or give it a project name. So right now, I'm going to give it the name tutorial. So down here, you have the video mode. So right here is where you choose your video mode. That is the resolution you want your video to take. So you can go ahead and choose whichever one you want, or you can go down here at the bottom to create a custom resolution for your video, or you can leave it on automatic. So when you leave it or when you set it on automatic, your video project is going to automatically take the resolution of the first clip you import in your project. So after setting up a project, giving a file name and the rest, you can go ahead and hit on the start button. So when you do that, it's going to bring you to this interface right here. So the first thing I'm going to show you right here is how to import objects in Shotcut. So you have different ways of doing that. You can hit on this open file button, or you hit on this file button right here, click on open file, or you can go ahead and hit on this open file button down here. Choose a location where you have your files. In this case, I have them on my desktop, so I'm going to hit on the desktop. So I have it in this folder right here. So I can go ahead and select and then click on the open button right here. So after doing that, you're going to see your files on your playlist. You can also import objects by simply dragging it in Shotcut like this. And there you have it. You can also change the way you want them to be displayed on your playlist by hitting on this three buttons right here. So on the first one right here, we have the view as tiles button. So when you do that, you see it's going to change from the icons type of view to the tiles type of view. So next to it, you have the icon view. You also have the detail view. So down here, you have different pane open. You have the filters pane, you have the properties pane, you have the export pane. So as this video progresses, I'm going to show you how you can use these different panes to work on your project. So for now, I can close or get rid of these panes right here by hitting on this close button right there. You can simply access them at the top right here. So right here, I have my playlist. So when I hit on it, the playlist appears. I can also bring back my filter, my export, properties, and any other one I want, or any other pane I want to appear. So I'm going to get rid of them once again. So for now, I'm okay with the playlist only. So right here at the middle, you have where you can preview your projects. So let's say, for instance, I want to preview some of these pictures and videos I have right here on my playlist before bringing them to my timeline. So to do that, I can simply drag in the object to the preview section. So as you can see, this is a video I want to use as part of this project I'm going to be creating for this tutorial. So right now, this video is too long. I can reduce the length of this video by simply dragging the in point and the out point of the video to make it a little bit shorter. So when I'm satisfied with what I have, I can simply drag the video down here to my timeline. So down here is where you have your timeline. Down here, you can create new tracks. And so to do that, I'm going to right click on the left hand side of the track. So when I do that, I have different options right here I can choose from. So to add tracks, I can simply hover my mouse to the track operations button. A new list pops up. So down here, you can add audio tracks, you can add video tracks, you can even remove tracks. So let's say, for instance, I want to add a video track. I can simply hit on the add video tracks button. and you see a new track added. So what if I want to add an audio track? I can simply repeat the same action and then hit on the audio track button. So down below, you see the audio track. So after creating your tracks and you want to navigate to different tracks, this track that is highlighted in yellow is the track that is selected. So what if I want to, navigate to the next track? I can simply hit on the track and the track will be highlighted. Or you can use your up and down arrow keys on your keyboard to navigate between tracks. So for now, I don't need this top track. I want to get rid of it. So to do that, I'm going to go up to the track and then I'm going to right click on it and then go over to track operations and then click on the remove track button right there. So right now I have a video right here on my track. I want to edit this video. I want to get rid of some parts of the video that I don't want. So what I can do is to trim some parts out. So to do that, I can simply move to where I want my video to start and then right click on it and then hit on the split button right here. So when I do that, it's going to split the video into two halves. So right here, I have two different clips now. So I can get rid of this one right here by simply right clicking on it and then hit on the remove button. Or I can select it and then click on the delete button on my keyboard. So when I hit on the delete button on my keyboard, you see that the place where the track was deleted is still there. So to get rid of that, I can simply right click on it one more time and then click on the remove button. And then you see the space is gone. So you can also repeat those actions by using the following keyboard shortcuts. So let's say for instance, I want to split this clip. I can simply press the S key on my keyboard and you see the clip is divided into two different halves. Or I can press the letter I key on my keyboard. So when you do that, you see that the clip was not only cut into two halves, but it also got rid of the part of the clip that I don't want, which is the beginning. But you can see the space is still there. So to get rid of the space, I'm going to bring this back right now. So to get rid of the space and also the clip, you can press the shift key and then the letter I key on your keyboard. You see that it got rid of both the clip and also the space. You can also do that to set your art points. So let's say for instance, this is where I want my video or my clip to end. I can simply press the letter O key on my keyboard and then you see it cut out the remaining parts of the clip. So let's say for instance, I have an object after the clip right here. So I'm going to drop this right here. So if I press the O key on my keyboard, you see that it got rid of the remaining part of the clip, but you still have the space right there. So to get rid of the space, you can simply hold down the shift key and press the letter O key on your keyboard. You see that both the space and the clip are gone. So that's it. That's how to trim on Shotcut. So right now, I'm going to drag all these pictures down here to my timeline in the order I want them to appear on my project. So I'm going to start with this one. I'm going to bring this one down here. So I'm going to drag this so it sits right after the first clip right there. So if you observe, you see that the picture snaps against the object right here. That's because I have this snapping tool on. So if I should off the snapping tool, so I'm going to drag this out a bit. So if I try to make this picture sit against this video right here, you see that it doesn't snap when I get closer to it. That is because my snapping tool is off. So if I switch it on, and then I try to put it against it, you see it snaps. So right now this picture is too short. The duration of this picture is too short. I can extend the duration of this picture by simply dragging on the end of the picture. So when I do that, you see it expands. If I click on the play button, the duration will last longer than it used to be. So right now I want this picture to last for 2 seconds and other pictures. So I can click on it and then head over to properties. So when my property pane is open, right now it's set to 2 seconds. So I'm going to reduce this a bit. I think that's fine. So I'm going to head over to my playlist and then drag others down here. So as you progress with your project, make sure you always save by hitting on this save button right here. So by doing that, all your previous actions will be saved. So now I've arranged my pictures in the order I want them to appear on my project. But right now, I don't want this video to be at the beginning. I want it to be like at the end of it. So I'm going to drag this right now and then put it at the end. So when I do that, you see that the space where I removed the video still remains. So to get rid of this space immediately after dragging the clip out of that place, so I'm going to undo this right now. So I'm going to make sure I have my repo button turned on. So when it's turned on, I can simply drag this video to the end right here. So immediately I drop it, you see that the other objects right there fills the space where this video used to be. So right now I can take care of this by simply right clicking and then hit on the remove button. So that's it. So when I preview this is what you see. So the first thing I observe is that the transition is too boring. So I'm going to add nice transition between these pictures. So to do that, I'm going to select the first picture where I want to transition from. And then I'm going to drag it over the other one. But as you can see, I can't really do that because I have my repo button on. So when I switch it off, so I'm going to zoom in a bit. So to zoom in, you're going to head over to the top of the timeline. Here you have the zoom timeline buttons. So if I hit on this zoom timeline in button, you see it zooms in. So to zoom out, you can hit on this zoom timeline out button to zoom out. So I'm going to zoom in a bit. So I'm going to hit on this one right here, or you can simply drag this button right here to zoom in and out. So right now I can drag this picture over this one. So when I do that, you see this pattern appears. So when I do that and I preview it, you see how soft the transition is. It is no longer cutting in. So I can also change the way I want this transition to be by simply hitting on the transition right here and then go over to my properties and then hit on this videos field. So when I do that, I have different transition I can apply right here. Down here at the bottom, you can use a custom transition. So when you hit on the custom transition, if you have any custom transition on your system, you can select it to add it. So I'm going to be adding the transition on Shotcut. So I'm going to select one of them right here. So I'm going to select, so let's say I select this bar horizontal. So when I preview that, you see how cool that is. So one thing you should take note about the transition is that the longer this transition right here on your timeline, so when I drag this right here to make it wider, the longer it will take for it to transition. So when I preview that, you see how slow it is. So it looks more beautiful like that. So I'm going to apply different transitions between these images right now using the same method. So now that I'm done adding different transitions, so let's see what it looks like. So right now, the next thing I want to do, I want to get rid of the audio on this video right here. I don't need the audio. So there are different ways of doing that. So I can get rid of this audio by simply muting the whole of this track right here. So to mute the whole of this track right here, I can simply hit on this mute button right here on the left hand side of the track. So when I do that and I preview the video, you can no longer hear the audio. So if you look close to the mute button, you have two other different buttons right there. So you have the hide button. So when you click on the hide button, or when the hide button is on, the track will be hidden. So nothing on the track will be displayed. So I'm going to switch this back on right now. So right here, you also have the lock button. So with the lock button, you can lock a particular track. So when the track is locked, you cannot move or add any objects to the track. So I'm going to unlock this. So another way to mute a video, so I'm going to unmute this right now. So another way to mute an object or a video on your track, you can simply click on the track and then you're going to head over to your filters. So when you click on the filter pane will open and then you're going to go ahead and hit on this plus button. So when you hit on the plus button right there, you see the different filters you can apply to your objects. So the first one, we have the favorite category. So this is where all the common filters that is used appear, or the filters that you marked as your favorite. So right here we have the videos filter. This comprises all the filters you can add to a video. So to add a filter to your favorite category, you can simply hit on this star button right here. So when you do that, the filter will be added to your favorite category. And lastly, we have the audio category. These are all the filters you can add to your audio clip. So right now, I want to get rid of the audio on this video right here. So I'm going to head over to my videos category. I'm going to look for the mute filter. But if I can't seem to find the mute filter, I can simply go over to the top right here, and then I'm going to search for the mute filter. So I'm going to type in mute. So right there you have the mute filter. So when you hit on it, it will be applied to the selected clip. When I preview this, you can no longer hear the audio. So down here, as you can see, you have different buttons. You can copy a filter, you can paste filters. So if I select a filter right here, I can copy this filter and then go over to another video and then paste the same filter. So it is basically copy and paste. So if you find this video helpful so far, please do support my channel by subscribing, and also don't forget to turn on post notifications so you get notified when I post a new video. Thank you. So now that I've muted my video, this video is too long, so I'm going to shorten this. So to make it short, I can simply drag the end of the video. So that's it. So right now I want to add an audio to this project. So I already have my audio track created. So I'm going to head over to my playlist, and then I'm going to select my audio and drag it down to my timeline. So I'm going to get rid of this space right here. And then I'm going to select where I want my audio to start from. So remember, you can use your left and right arrow keys to navigate to where you want your clip or your audio to start from. So I'm going to do that right now. So to get rid of the beginning part of this audio, I can simply hit on the shift key plus the I key on the keyboard. So I'm also going to set my output. So I'm going to select this part right here, and I'm going to use my arrow key to go up. And I'm going to press the shift key plus the letter O key on my keyboard, and that's it. So if I press the home key on my keyboard, it's going to bring me to the beginning of my video. If I press the end key on my keyboard, it's going to take me to the end. So I'm going to press the home key, and then let's preview this. But I don't like the way it's starting at the beginning. I want to add a fade in at the beginning on both the image and the audio. So I'm going to start with the image. So I'm going to select the image, and then I'm going to head over to my filter. And then I'm going to click on the plus button right here. Right now, I'm adding filters to the video, that is the image. So I'm going to head over to my video category, and then I'm going to search for fade. So when I search for fade, you see all the fade related filters pop up. So right here, I can choose whichever fade I want. So right here, I have fade in audio, fade in video, fade out audio, fade out video. So I want to add a fade in video. So I'm going to click on that. And then you see a fade in has been added to my video. So I'm going to add a fade out at the end of the video too. So after selecting last wave, I'm going to head over to my filters and then hit on the plus button, and I'm going to search for fade one more time. So I'm going to hit on the fade out video, and then I'm going to reduce duration to 10 seconds or 10. So now that I've added fade out and fade in to the video, I want to add a fade out and also a fade in to the audio. So another way you can add a fade out and a fade in to an object is to hover your mouse to the top right corner of the object. There you have a little circle. So when you click on that circle and then you drag it backward, it's going to add a fade in. So if you have the audio selected and you go over to the filters, you see that a filter is added. So if you want to add a fade in using the same method, you can simply go over to the object and then you hover your mouse to the top of the clip, and then you can click and drag the circle to add fade out. So you can do this on both audio and video. So I'm going to preview this right now. So I'm going to press the home button on my keyboard to take me to the beginning, and then I'm going to press the space bar on my keyboard to preview. I feel this audio is too loud for the video, so I'm going to reduce the volume of the audio. So to do that, I'm going to select the audio and then head over to my filters and then click on the plus button right here. So right here, I'm dealing with audio, so I'm going to head over to my audio category, and then I'm going to search for the volume filter. So right here, you have the volume filter. Once again, if you can't seem to find it, you can go ahead and search for it, and then I'm going to reduce it. So I think that's fine. So I'm going to preview that again. So that's it, guys. Right now I'm done putting my project together. I want to export it. So to export it, I'm going to head over to the export button right here. So when I hit on it, I'm going to hit on this export file button. So when you hit on the export file button, You can select a location where you want the file to be exported. So right here, I'm going to select my desktop and then I'm going to click on save. So when I do that, you see the exportation progress right here. So right now my file has finished exporting. So I'm going to head over to my desktop and there you have it. So that's it guys, that's how to use the Shotcut video editor. So if you find this video helpful, be sure to give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and also turn on post notifications so you get notified when I post a new video. Thank you and I'll see you on the next one.